They don't taste like salt. Come on, Sophia. You gotta catch up. Sophia. Walkman.
It does not come easy and cheap to get this far.
That's some track. Alright, come on. Come in.
The shoe doesn't light up like the other one. Oh, there it goes. All right, you know how to work those. So if you all want to gather in. This is an example of one of the chutes that we would build to be able to put those ore cars underneath them and allow the rock to fall into the ore cars. It's just held back by a board. It hold back thousands of tons of rock. But you were probably wondering about all this white stuff and yellow stuff and the red stuff. Anybody have any idea what it might be?
Salt.
You are right. It is a salt. What kind of salt? It's not table salt, but it is Epsom salt. So it's a magnesium sulfate. Now, there's different colors of it too. You know, you can see the yellow here, and you can see reds, a deep red over here, and you can see green. Those all denote different chemicals or different elements in the rock. The yellow means that there's a high sulfur content. And fool's gold is high in iron and high in sulfur. So more than likely, what happens is when it rains and the water percolates down through the rock and the fractures in the rock, and you get to an opening like this, is you end up creating these oxides that we have here. And this is leached out from the iron sulfide of the pyrite, and then the red is really high in iron, and then that's from the pyrite. And then you have over here, you got some nice green, and there's some nice green at the next place we'll go to. That's really indicative of high copper. But all of this stuff actually grew after the mine shut down. So this mine shut down in 1961, and as you can, when you come by here, you can look back in here. There's stalactites and there's stalagmites forming. This is just an area where there was a lot of water coming down, and it just started, just like any cave that you would see in the Midwest. It starts forming, it starts crystallizing. But what happened here, and what got the gold here, was that there was a volcano that actually intruded into Pikes Peak. And that molten magma, when it got close to the surface, it hit a bunch of groundwater, and it created just a big steam reaction. It didn't blow up like Mount St. Helens or any of the volcanoes that you would see in Hawaii or anything, but it hit the water, and it fragmented everything, busted this whole place up, and as it did it, it mineralized that water. And as the magma cooled, it created a lot of fractures as it cooled, and that mineralized water filled those fractures, and that's what created the gold veins.
So how long was this mine operational?
1891 to 1961.
And has it been used for tours ever since, or when did tours start?
Tours started about 65.
Huh.
But they were doing it on the 200 level and the 700 level.
How long did it take to make the mine?
It took
Good question.
70 years to get this point.
Wow.
Because you're constantly
going further.
taking out what you want, right? I
Yes.
mean, that's the whole point, is
And then
you
you
just
go
keep,
deeper.
you keep
Yep.
finding it.
Yeah, and you keep finding it, and you keep drilling for it, and, there's nothing saying that we're not 5 feet from the richest vein in the
Right.
world, you know?
Why did it close down?
There was a mill here in the district, and that mill was processing all the ore coming out of the mines. It shut down in '61 because the gold price was only 32, it was fixed at $32 an ounce. So you had to, you had to have basically half-inch or half ounce ore, that's a half ounce per ton, to make it profitable
Oh, sure.
to
And it
be
just wasn't.
milled. And it just, yeah, everything kind of shut down in '61 and then started back up around 1970.
Huh.
And then I came here in '73 and started mining, and we went underground all the way up to '85. All right, good questions.